off and running between these two really accomplished fighters. Let's see how they come out. They both want a highlight reel knockout. We wanted action, and they are giving us action. A straight right just misses. What a pleasure to be in this unique environment. Every seat has been taken for tonight's match.
This is not just hype. We are in for something special tonight. What an arena, what an atmosphere, what a build-up.
There's a counter shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Time they throw a shot, they get countered. Straight right just misses. Those counter punches have to hurt. Misses with the straight left. That counter punch caught him clean. They exchange punches. Right up the middle. Nice counter shot. Garcia in that last round. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
Wow.
Here we go for round two. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
It's bombed away. Catch and shoot. If you're a counter puncher, then basically you do the counter attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in kind.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
The jab doesn't quite connect. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Good counter punching. No rest for the weary. That hook was off target. Is he going to punch himself out, though? You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Garcia in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. There's the bell for round three. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Nice counter shot. When you watch lightweights, you expect high-level footwork and hand speed, and that's what we're getting here this afternoon. punch. Straight right just misses. That counter shot lands. A perfect counter shot. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
That hook doesn't score. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Well done with that counter shot. That one lands. Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Garcia in that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
These are not...
Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Blistering hand speed from both of these outstanding lightweights.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
You can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're going to get knocked out. A perfect counter lands. Pretty close fight here in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
How about that time counter shot? That right hook won't score. Nice counter. In this division, both fighters will constantly be on their toes trying to punch and counterpunch.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
Beautiful counterpunch. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Garcia in that last round. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy.
Every second.
Time for the 5th round. After that last round, something has got to change.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Straight right just misses. Punch, counter punch. Beautiful counter shot. He threw a punch and just got countered. And he scores with the counter. Looking to land the hook. So much firepower here. Nice counter punch. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven. Has
to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Right now, the Flash is seeing flashes after that shot. Good job trying to back out of trouble.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Garcia in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. On to the 6th round. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
He wasn't ready for that counter punch. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Good counter punching. When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Good counter punching. Nice counter punch right up the middle. He blocks the right hook. Beautiful counter shot. Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Garcia in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close. Here we go. It's round 7. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
He scores with the counter. The straight right just misses. Oh, and it's flashing lights for the Flash here. He's got to get out of trouble. We almost saw a knockout a second ago. Hold that thought. Are we about to see Ryan Garcia go to the canvas? Big shot, and down goes Garcia. Blink and you miss it. Good thing we can watch that all over again.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Give me your blood.
They're on their feet, but is this the beginning of the end?
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once, so you got away with it. You can do it again.
That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. Amazing knockout finish here. That was something special. Let's see that again.
I've got to see that again.
So time to go celebrate after a knockout win here.
And not